Okay, it's a very emotional day. Brandon Peterson, 22-year-old, Asperger's, known him, said my story about what I felt, what should happen, and I have the mother here, one of the victims. Not going to show her face. There's a publication ban, so we're not going to say her name. Nothing. We're just going to talk about the issue.
The fact that she was 14 and a virgin.
She was a virgin, 14-year-old, and he was 22.
And she also has, a medical condition that puts her at a disadvantage. She has muscular dystrophy.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
I don't know, I kind of have mixed emotions. I know the maximum time he could get was 3 years. 2.5 means that he'll go to the penitentiary, which is what I wanted. I'm thankful that he didn't get, the minimal sentence. I'm thankful that it was closer to the maximum. I'm relieved that this whole court part is done and over with. But the thing is that, the mental part of it, the emotional part of it, for my daughter, is not over. For my husband and I, it's not over. There's a lot of things that didn't come out in court, such as the fact that one of my daughter's attempts of suicide was so close that she ended up in the ICU. I had to physically breathe for my daughter until fire and rescue got there. And unless you've been through the same, you don't know what that feels like. And to have to sit in a courtroom and listen to the disgusting facts of what happened, I will never be erased from my mind and my ears. This whole thing has affected our family in the worst possible way. We have been going through pure hell since this happened. My daughter ended up being admitted into a psychiatric program in a hospital, and because of this, she's attempted suicide 4 times because of this. And that's not including the time when she slit her wrist and took 17 stitches. The pain of this, it's nothing that's going to go away anytime soon.
What about Brandon? I talked to him about when that happened, and he was he said, what are you doing in public? Are you afraid people are going to get you? And I talked to him, he was looking at me like he didn't do anything wrong. Looking at his facial expression, they say that he has a mind of a 14-year-old. Do you think you believe that, or?
I know other people that have ADHD and Asperger's.
I have ADHD here.
Exactly. And one of my best friends, she has a daughter who has Asperger's and ADHD. And I can tell you that person functions very well. Yes, there are some difficulties with understanding emotion and that type of thing. But to know right from wrong, he knows. He understands. In conversations that he had with my child, where he says, fuck the law, fuck the cops, let's be rebels. He knew what he was doing was wrong.
What about the part, I didn't know this, come from foster home, clean record, very clean record, and then he was living in a special care home. So what's the conditions, what's the rule, the curfew, living in a special care home?
Well, here's my question about the special care home. Why would they ever allow a man to take a child into the house and be alone with her in his bedroom? How was it that he was able to give her alcohol? There's no excuse. I have a brother who's in a special care home. He's mentally disabled. He's at the age of an 8-year-old, but he knows right from wrong. There are no excuses.
How come that wasn't brought up in court, the special care home thing? That, the special care home, they should be held responsible also on what happened?
Yeah, I think they should. I've actually talked to a lawyer about going after them, and unfortunately there's not a whole lot I can do other than I can report to social services and lodge a complaint, about the home. The fact that they had a meeting afterwards, after my daughter was raped, not once but twice. I mean, that's all fine and dandy, but there should have been something in place before that. I know the special care home in St. John where my brother lives, they have very strict rules. They're not allowed to bring people to the rooms.
Do you think, he's going to federal penitentiary for how long? 2.5 years?
2.5 years.
Do you think it'd be better off to go into some kind of mental institution that he could really get help?
No.
No?
No. I think he did this. And then he had complete disrespect for the court and went after another child.
Yeah,
that's like showing that he didn't care about what he did to my daughter, and that he just had complete disrespect for the law. He already knew what he did was wrong the first time, and he willingly went and did it again a second time. And for the record, there was a child before my daughter that was a 14-year-old boy, but that hasn't come out. That boy was afraid to come and, charge Brandon, and the child's mother has no idea that it even happened.
A boy?
A boy. So he doesn't care whether it's a boy or a girl.
Are you trying to say that we're not dealing maybe with mental illness, we're dealing with a pedophile?
Yes, absolutely. The fact is that my child was at Tim Hortons, where he walks up to them and says, "Oh, you guys must all go to Leo Hayes High School." And then told her that he just graduated from there. So he kind of made it sound like he was younger. And then when the kids tried to say goodbye to him, because they were going for a walk, he's like, he goes, "I was just about to go for a walk on the trails too." And he followed them.
I seen he has some supporters in court.
Yeah, I've seen that. I mean, I get it. Anybody's family wants to stand up and support, their family member. But it doesn't change the facts. The facts are he broke the law. And they can say what they want to say about there being, two sides or three sides. The point is, he broke the law.
What about people with mental illness that breaks the law? No sympathy, or maybe I'm coming out the wrong words. Be put somewhere else. Maybe. See ya, Brandon.
Hopefully never. Sorry.
I know.
No.
From other point of view, I know. I don't know because I have no kids.
Thank you, guys.
Well, the only thing I could say is for his mental illness, there's more help in a federal penitentiary than there is in a provincial jail, I guess.
Yeah, and I'm glad for that. I don't want him to just be released back into the world without some sort of just trying to change who he is. But the point is that even after he attacked my daughter, he still went out and attacked another child. So it shows that, I think he has mental health illness for sure, but I still think he should be accountable because clearly He went out and hunted for these children.
You see, this happened in a month of May, and record was clean, and now when he gets out of there, he's going to be on strict probation for 3 years.
Good.
He can't be nowhere where there's kids around.
Good.
What does that mean? You got to stay home. Can't go out, kids are all over the place.
I mean, everybody has accountability. If I did something that was against the law, you know, and I had to be locked up or locked into my house, like, I deserve it because I did something to break a law.
When we were younger, we didn't have mental issues. Now we have it. It's more in the open.
I think we still had it. I just think it wasn't talked about. It was hushed.
They were calling me a nut in those days. Now they got a name for it, ADHD.
Yeah.
They still call me a nut, nut with ADHD. Not funny. But, so, in closing, I thought maybe it would be better if he was hospitalized somewhere, seek the help.
I disagree. I think he can still get help in like a maximum security prison. And I think that whatever comes his way is what he deserves. Because, like, he's not hurt the way my daughter's hurt.
No, he did. There was no facial expression when he was there. He didn't move much. Did he truly comprehend what was going on?
Yes, he did.
I
mean, the fact is, when my daughter went to go into a mental health facility, he was there. And rather than look away from her, he stared right at her and freaked her out. She come running down the hall, bawling. And it took me a very long time to figure out what it was that she was crying about. And when she finally was able to communicate that he's here, when I went up to the adult side to tell them that they better get her counselor out here now, when I walked into that room, he stared me right in the eye too.
He don't move. I wish I could be like that more, just focus and enjoy. He didn't move. He didn't move at all. It was strange. And well, yes, it would be intimidating if I was a victim.
Yeah.
Just the way he. Well, I hope in 2 years, 2 or 3 years, and because I know this order that he has not to be around, he was going to go. It won't be long till he's released. Then he's going to be like King's Place or somewhere. And the police going to grab him and put him in jail for another 3 years.
Well,
does the system work?
I don't know. I think that's a very hard question to answer. But here's my point. I get it. You know, when he gets out, he'll be on probation or whatever, like restrictions. But after those 3 years, all that goes away. It doesn't go away for my daughter.